What's going on, y'all? So listen. Oh, y'all, listen. Y'all getting me raggedy and all. Okay, looking. I just woke up from a nap. I don't know why I took it so late. I'm gonna be up all night. But anyway, this is the Real Housewives, and it's hot up in here. The heat been on all day. Damn it. That's why my hair pulled back. Okay, face already looking like But anyway, Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 12, episode 3. The flow goes on. So we start the episode off with Cynthia and Eva. That they besties, bitch. I said, when did this happen? All right. Um, they're in the car and she's going house shopping. Okay. They went from house to house to house, and they still have not found a house. Eva and her husband and her kids, and they've been living in the condo ever since she said Nene had her address or whatever. Um, and then took a dig at Marlo, because remember when Marlo was saying the stuff about her being in financial ruins. I never believed that, but I can understand why it does look suspicious, on Eva's part, because you keep moving house to house, house to house. But given the fact that, she's scared of her baby daddy and all this stuff, and to be quite honest, one can say that she's doing the most with that situation, but then given how he acts and the fact that he was just recently arrested for some dumb shit, and he was arrested for domestic violence right after last season, that whole episode and stuff showed up when Marlo was talking about how she was lying. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, okay? So I ain't even gonna fault her for that. But girl, find a house, stick with it, and let's go. All right, they go to this one house. It's like 3,700 feet, $775,000. She was just making jokes. Could she afford it? Even though the creditor, the loan, and all that stuff said that she could, and all this shit. Whatever. 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and it looked nice for the most part, but she said she'd already looked at, 14, 15 other houses already. I said, girl, what? And she said, I don't see at this point why we just can't keep on, looking for more. And it's like, are you really trying to find a house, or are you just want to keep on shopping around, shopping around, shopping around? Because right about now, this indecisive shit is just getting on my nerves. I don't need to come back for another season if you come back for another season and you once again trying to find another house because you never found the house that you wanted yet. But anyway, moving on from there, they start talking about the whole when she's going back to work and her being at discrimination, and she need Porsha to come on back. And I'm trying to figure out whether or not this had to been before the whole her blowing up on Porsha and saying all the stuff that she was saying about Porsha, because she was a little bit too calm. Like her and Porsha was little good homegirls right about now, after she done talked all that stuff in the bridal shop or whatever. But then they started talking about the float and the fact that Nene might be around, and what you gonna say when Nene comes around, because they going to World Pride in New York. And she was like, it's gonna be a high and bad situation if it has to be. She said we can coexist in the same place. And I said, I feel like people just expect some drama to always happen when people don't, necessarily aren't talking to each other. All right. My thing is, if you're mature enough, you can still be in the same room, in the same space with somebody that you have an issue with. You ain't got to say nothing as long as they don't acknowledge you. You don't have to acknowledge them. You don't have to make them feel uncomfortable, and they don't have to make you feel uncomfortable. Just mind your business. Don't even think about them. Just go ahead and do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? She said, she gonna have Noelle with her. She did see her at one point at, and this is Cynthia talking about Nene. She saw her at the Kentucky Derby, but she was prepared to say her hi and bye, and it is what it is. And I said, that's all that you can say. It is what it is. Do what you got to do and move the fuck on. My life is not about to harp on whether or not this person gonna say something to me or not. Fuck that. She said, regardless of what went on, people can't say that our friendship wasn't. I wasn't thorough 100%. I wasn't thorough or whatever good in this friendship, regardless of what happened. Like, this whole friendship was trash, and she was such a trash ass person. And we believe it, Cynthia, okay? Because you used to kiss Nene ass tough, okay? Tough, but hey, it is what it is. And you just grew up and you said, bitch, I'm not about to. All right. And she didn't like it. Okay. You could have lied about some stuff too, but hey, it is what it is. Friendships go through ups and downs. Moving on from that, we got Porsha going over there to Tanya's house. Tanya. Girl, we gonna call her Tanya with an O. Because we don't pronounce the A like that. We say Tanya, okay? Long O. Short O. Okay, yeah. There you go, bitch. I just had to go through the alphabet. Anyway, y'all remember that? Buh, uh, the, the, eh, eh. Oh, shit. Let me stop. Somebody gonna be like, bitch, you said that word. You said that sound wrong. That's not how you do it. Bitch, shut up. Anyway, um, so they over there, this is like Porsha saying how they're good girlfriends now, okay? She was like, at first she started off as Nene friend, then she went to being Ava's friend. Now she's like her friend. And, they do couples things together. Dennis and her fiance Paul, because they're not married, I don't believe. They getting close to each other and stuff like that. And so, they just talking about everything that was going on and how, the Barbie party was really nice. Everybody was there except for Nene. Tanya hasn't heard from Nene in a long time. Ever since everything went down in last season. She said, bitch, I ain't heard from that hoe. And I said, well, it is what it is, okay? Now, see, I can respect Nene on that aspect. If I don't fuck with you, I ain't finna reach out to you. I ain't finna reach out to you. I ain't sweating you right there. But either way, she petty as hell because Tanya wasn't trying to take her shit no more either. Okay, Tanya said, bitch, I'm not about to be a Cynthia part 2. No, it's not about to happen. But anyway, so they get on talking about the whole thing with Dennis and Porsha's situation. And, she was just saying at one point she didn't even feel like today was going to be a good day. But as soon as she put her lashes on and popped her hair out, she was like, you know what? She going to make it a good day. Came on over there to Tanya's house. And, they having a little commiseration over what was going on with her and Dennis and how they went to therapy. And now she knows everything that went down. And basically he was saying how, he wasn't getting anything. She wasn't emotionally invested in him. And she was like, how the fuck was I not emotionally there for you when I was there for you during this whole time? You brought me puppies. We was doing this. We was doing that. And I was like, even though I feel like he's full of shit for that, okay, let me tell you something. If you feel like your partner is not 100% there with you or not giving you what you need, whether it's some love, whether it's, like Dennis said, being emotionally invested, whether it's time or whatever, that is not a reason for you to go out and cheat and find somebody else that's going to give it to you. What you do is you voice your opinion. You sit that person down like a grown man or a grown woman and you tell them, babe, I'm not happy because I feel like you're slacking on this and that. We need to work on this. I'm not trying to come for your throat. I'm not trying to be negative, but this is what I've been feeling, okay? And in order for my happiness to go up in this relationship, we need to have to work on these things. Not just you, but me too, okay? Because I got flaws in this relationship as well. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm just coming at your throat for what you doing. But this is what needs to be done. Or else I'm out. Okay? And if you can't fix the situation, then you bounce. That still don't give you a reason to fucking cheat. And Tanya was just like, you need to go ahead and continue with the therapy. I said, not with Dr. Sherry, but all right. You do what you got to do. So then we get Kenya with baby Brooklyn, of course, trying to feed her little cookie, whatever. And then her cousin Shay comes in. She apologizes for missing, her little, what is it, the Barbie party or whatever. But she said she'll be there for her first birthday. That's cool. And she was asking, was Mark there? Now Kenya gonna say, Mark couldn't come because he didn't want to be around all those women in those little Barbie dresses and stuff like that. Mark couldn't come because Mark didn't want to come. Mark couldn't come because Mark wasn't even in town, bitch. That's why Mark didn't come, okay? But at the same time, that could be an excuse, but no, I'm not buying it, all right? Even though it wasn't no other men. Was it other dudes there? Probably wasn't, but still, he could have popped in as his baby or whatever. So, he wasn't even in town. And then we get onto the whole situation of what their relationship is. And it is so crazy how on just about every review that I've seen for this show, for last week's episode, we all said the same thing. Mark and Kenya, like, where's the chemistry? Where's the connection? We don't feel the vibe. We don't feel anything. He's very sarcastic and snarky to her. And it's like, did you just really jump in and have this baby and get married so you want to have a baby out of wedlock or whatever? That's what it felt like because, she's still talking about the fact that There's no, he's working and he comes to Atlanta 7 to 10 days out of every 7 to 10 days. He comes to Atlanta, and then when he do come, they don't have time to do anything else but him being all about the baby. It's understandable that he'll be about his baby because that's his little baby. You know what I'm saying? That's his little newborn. She's barely one yet, and of course, you want the baby to understand and know that you the daddy and all of that, but you have to find some balance. Now, see, it would be easier if he was actually around more and he stayed in Atlanta, or Kenya went to New York with him and they stayed, and you can be on a constant basis of, having a balance. I feel like their relationship would be better if they was not commuting back and forth. You know what I'm saying? If Kenya was living in New York, or like I said, if he was living in Atlanta and they were staying together for a significant amount of time, where they can balance this out of, I'm gonna be here for you and I'm gonna also give some attention to baby Brooklyn. And Kenya feels as though all his attention goes to baby Brooklyn. He wants to, he even has the baby sleeping in the bed with them when they there. Okay, so they really not having nothing. They ain't sexing like that. Shay like, how the fuck y'all supposed to get it in if the baby in the bed like that? What's going on? She was like, girl, I don't even know. Okay, so y'all gotta fix that. Kenya, that's not a good look right about now. And that man is telling you what it is. You ain't gotta ask if you the priority, the baby the priority right about now. It's like it's like he said, I done did what I supposed to do. I put a baby in you, and therefore now it's time for me to take care of my responsibility with said baby, not you. But it's just, you gotta figure that out. Then we finally get into this whole thing with, and Kenya was saying, before the baby, they used to do a lot of stuff. He used to bring flowers. He used to do this and pop up and doing that. Hold on. That's cute. I'm sorry. He used to pop up and do all this other stuff for her, and I said, of course he gonna do all that for you because it was just about you. You didn't have nobody else. So that's what that was. But y'all need to find some balance. And at this point in time, what's the point? Because y'all not together no more. But anyway, moving on from that, we got Nene. We finally see Nene after 2 days. She was on a little suspension, okay? And therefore, we didn't see her in the first couple of episodes. So now I do like the fact that, she did come back on, not being so headstrong, not being so fucking petty or whatever. She's doing something for a cause, being an ambassador for the American Cancer Society. They're getting ready, getting their makeup ready, her and Greg, and making jokes with one another. Oh, let me put some paint on my face. And what's this? Breast cream and all this stuff. I need some of that. And basically, he's sitting down there giving his testimony about what it's like to have cancer and beat it. And then she's giving her perspective from being a caregiver. And, she admit the fact that she wasn't the best caregiver and, the things that she had going on. And, she is not the same Nene that she was last year. Okay, she was going through a lot. She said prior to Greg getting cancer that her and her relationship with Greg were on the rocks. They was working on stuff. They was going through a tumultuous time, and being that he had cancer kind of made it a little worse. And so now they trying to still mend fences and get that back together. And she's dealing with a spiritual advisor that's helping her and giving her the tools that she needs to get this relationship back on track, and also, try to deal with her girlfriends when she finally see them, because she hasn't seen them. Baby, let me tell you something, but Nene, you lost me right here. Nene said, and I get what she was talking about when she said, her this fallout with Cynthia is a little bit different from a fallout from any other girls, because they were the closest. They were extremely close, so I understand that. But baby, when she said, I sent Cynthia a text, and then she said it so solemnly and so like sad or whatever. So I sent Cynthia a text, but she never texted me back. Bitch, Cynthia said, and I don't know who told Cynthia to put that wig on. Take that shit off, okay? Take it off. It was crooked and everything. It was lopsided, Cynthia said, yeah, she sent me a text. Okay, the text was so fucking negative. I read the shit and I just blocked her ass. I ain't responding to that shit. Then Nene sat there and read that bitch and said, it is so fucked up how you doing this or whatever. It's a sad day in hell and all this shit. Bitch, fuck you. Woo, woo, woo. She ain't say all of that, but it was a negative shit like that, and then gonna say hashtag sad. I said, girl, I wouldn't respond to that shit either. She said, you know what? I was being a little bit petty. I said, you a little bit. A little bit. You had some things to get out, huh? Okay. You know, Greg was just saying you shouldn't worry about what people feel about you, whatever. And if you want to fix that shit, okay? And you know, she's concerned about seeing everybody at the World Pride, you know, event or whatever. So gotta deal with that. And they get down there and they do the little cancer stuff, and they was asking what she felt about the relationship, or what was her biggest gripe with what was going on when he was being a caregiver. And she said the fact that, you know, she didn't know how, she didn't have nobody to be there. She felt like she didn't have nobody to be there for her. All right. And it was like it felt like she lost him in a sense, because they weren't getting along. They weren't sleeping in the same room and stuff like that, you know, and she didn't realize that what she needed to do was just be quiet sometimes and not be so loud, and she still working on that. And you know, all in all, that was Nene for right now. Todd and Kandi, you know, they going out on a little lunch date, and they, you know, get in touch with Sedina, their surrogate, and you know, she's 19 weeks right now. Ty was like, is she gonna be at the baby shower? We're gonna have people touch her belly and all that stuff. She was like, girl, no, that ain't what we gotta do, okay? And at this point, Kandi was like, you know, it feels different because the baby is being grown somewhere else. That was what her and Ty was basically saying. And, you know, she hasn't even announced that she's going through the surrogacy process and that she does have a baby on the way. They got to get the stuff set up and everything in the house. And, you know, she don't want a man or anybody else trying to dictate what she needs to do and all this stuff because of the way that Ty be saying stuff and doing stuff or whatever. And, you know, she said she might just pull a Gabrielle Union and just pop up and be like, "Ooh, look at my baby. You know, I went through this process and here she is." You know what I'm saying? At the end of the process. But, you know, whatever you decide, Kandi, that's up to you and it's totally fine. Okay. But we know now that you went through that process. Um, you know, they was talking about the rooming situation, and then the fact that, you know, they probably gonna take Kayla's room and not trying to really tell her to get out or whatever. But Ty said, well, hold up on that one, because he didn't, you know, she wanted to do some stuff in fashion, so he took her to New York to look at some things, and then she said that she wanted to move out there to New York. And then, you know, the whole subject about him taking her to the strip club and all that. Listen, here's the thing, okay? You know, I may be the only one who feels some type of, like, I don't feel no type of way that he took his grown ass daughter to a strip club. Like he said, she's 23 years old, and if they want to go to a strip club together, it's, bitch, that was a daddy daughter date. I mean, I wouldn't want to go there because I'm not close to my father like that. So, you know, I don't see the issue. I can see if she was 18 years old or younger than that. Hell, I can see if she was 20 and younger. Then I'd be like, that's a little, But she over 20 years old. She's over the drinking lane limit or whatever, legal age and all that stuff. She's over 21, you know. They just throwing cash at some ass. Okay, that's all that they doing. All right, people make, and I felt what Kandi was coming from. People try to choose each and everything just to drag us for. Okay, you know, it does look weird, but I'm not like, that's disgusting. It ain't like he said he taking her so he can do something with her, whatever, like that he not supposed to be doing. Where in the bylaws to say that you can't go drinking with your kid or your adult kid, okay, or that you can't, you know, take him to a strip club or whatever. You know, if it was his son. Oh, it wouldn't be no problem. It wouldn't be no problem. But just because it's his daughter, because there's a lot of men that take their sons to the strip club. Okay, I mean, 18 years old. Okay, probably even younger than that. They take them to the strip club if they can. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come up off it. But moving on from that, they ain't really got much going on besides the baby. And then Cynthia getting ready for World Pride, and she's on the phone talking to Mike, and he's talking about how things were when she was living out there in New York, and was Pride really that big of a deal, or as big as it is now. She was like, it still is, and you know, they commiserating on how, oh yeah, you know, it's a shame that people still be ostracized for what they are and you know what they believe and stuff like that. Woo, woo, woo. And it's a good thing that Noelle was able to come to me, and like I said, she could be as fluid as she wants to. I'm gonna still be her mom, and I'm still support her. You know, they started talking about Nene and the fact that they're gonna be on the same float. And she said, if we gonna be on the same float, unless it's a big ass float, some shit probably gonna go down. I said, Cynthia, don't put that in the universe because it don't have to be. Say hi, bye, stay in your corner. She stay in her corner. Okay, get some alcohol in y'all system and dance together for a second, and then go back to where y'all need to go. Okay, it is what it is. It's unfortunate probably that this was made. The decision to do the world pride thing probably was made before they had they falling out, and they just didn't. Neither one wanted to pull out the situation, but hey, it is what it is. You got to make do with what you got. We see Porsha getting little PJ together. Kandi out there playing little T-ball with Ace and what's her name? What's his name? I call everybody her, and I realized that I gotta stop doing that. Okay, and it's no shade. It don't be no shade. It just comes out. Anyway, Todd. Okay, then we get this whole thing with Kenya. Like, was I the only one that was cringing throughout this whole scene? And I realized like they really have nothing. This to me just goes to show that you really have to get to know a person before. This is what Kenya's relationship and Porsche relationship. But for some reason, Kenya's relationship, now that we're finally seeing it, it's making me cringe more than Portia's relationship do, because at least Dennis made himself seem or appear to be all about Porsha or whatever, and we got to see that part of it. We get right into the part of, with Kenya's relationship, they're married with a baby. We didn't get to see the courtship. We didn't get to see, when he was lovey-dovey with her, if he ever was. We didn't get to see any of that. When they were showing those pictures or whatever, when they was just by themselves and all this stuff, and before the baby, he didn't even really, he had the same expression in damn near all of the pictures. And I'm just like, oh, it just made me cringe looking at that whole scene because he was so much about the baby. It was like Kenya wasn't there. Kenya asking questions and stuff. Do you love me? Nah. He barely answered the stuff. So do you plan on bringing a restaurant out here? Mind you, he just said he's going to be scouting some, options or whatever. And he was just ignoring a lot of the things that she was saying. It was like he mentally blocks her out. And he focuses all his attention on his child. Now, put down in the comment, when you're in a relationship, in a marriage or whatever, and you're in your family and you have kids, what is your priority? Is your child the priority or your spouse the priority? Number one priority, okay? I would like to see, because I know people have differences of opinion, and that was a question that Kenya posed to Mark. He got in his feelings because she didn't have no eggs in the house. She did say, bitch, I couldn't make it to the store because look at what all I'm doing. You ain't here to watch the baby so I can go to the store, bitch. And if you want some goddamn eggs, Mark, take your ass to the store and go shop. Up there talking about the refrigerator look like a dorm refrigerator and all that stuff. Bitch, you complaining and complaining. I don't see you really doing nothing. Okay? But it was just... she making up excuses, and if he was this and if he was that, this would be better. Girl, ain't nothing there. Ain't nothing there. I just thought it just looks like two pretty people just got together and they decided that, we're gonna have this, we're gonna get married, then have a baby and take it from there. And then probably get to know each other, because at this point, like, where is the chemistry? It's non-existent. So we're in New York now. We see that Cynthia is getting ready for World Pride. I like the fact that Cynthia, even though them shoes was Prada, she put on some sneakers, okay? We ain't trying to go out there, baby. No, don't go to no parade in no goddamn heels, baby. We gotta be comfortable, okay? We gonna be dancing around. We gonna be drunk as shit. Feet ain't trying to be fucking hurting, okay? At least one thing should be, because we gotta be comfortable, okay? That's what I learned. And then, she's waiting on Noelle to get there. Eva's getting ready for her stuff. And then you got Nene getting her stuff ready. Now, let me tell you something, Nene. You didn't came back and you not ready. I done gave you a little reprieve and said that you was cool at the beginning with the cancer thing, okay? That was nice. You being an ambassador. You talking about your truth. But I knew it didn't take long for me to just look at your ass and be like, you dumb bitch, okay? She told her hairstylist, give me a gay hairstyle. Explain the fuck to me what the hell is a gay hairstyle, because I'm still waiting. I'm a gay fucking hairstyle. Where in the book does it say this hair means gay, this hair means heterosexual, this hair means bisexual, this hair means this? And no, we're not putting too much on it. Okay, no, we're not trying to, oh, you thinking too much about it. No, that's offensive as fuck. That's ignorant as fuck. That's dumb as fuck. I'm so tired of you straight women. Not all of y'all, some of y'all straight women, especially ones that be around the gays, who always coming out your mouth saying the dumbest and the most ignorant shit. Ain't no fucking gay hairstyle, okay? Oh, something that's all loud and big or whatever, because that's what they are. It's straight women that wear big hair, bitch. We saw the whole 80s, okay? And it's still some of them bitches that still got their hairstyles now. So they gay too? That's a gay hairstyle? Come on now, let's stop being ignorant. But anyway, Marlo come up in there and trying to see if everything's cool. What you gonna say to the girls? You gonna do this, you gonna do that, you gonna have to say something. She was like, listen, bitch, hi, bye, that's it. My guy, my spiritual advisor told me to say this and all this stuff or whatever. And I'm like, Marlo, why you pushing the issue? If she say she got it, she got it. Let it the fuck go. You saying that you're gonna be cool and you can even stand on the float by Cynthia or whatever. But then Cynthia didn't send Eva this clip of Nene doing this whole interview and calling basically Cynthia weak and desperate and a follower, and so at this point I'm like, well, that goes right out the window. You're saying two totally different things right about now. But Nene and her feelings, because Cynthia is actually speaking out against her. Oh, she went on 7 interviews talking about her. Bitch, she can do that, okay? After all the shit, like, come on. What people feel as though people should just shut the fuck up and not voice their opinions when people be going through stuff, okay? And if people ask, of course people gonna answer. They could say no comment or whatever, but she has every right to say what she has to say, just like you say what you have to say about her. So she's supposed to say mute. And we seen the shit play out on TV. So at this point, it's not no just stay mute. Bitch, people want to fucking know. So she said, bitch, I'm talking. And she don't give a shit. And I'm liking that. It is what it is. Stand up for what you believe is right. With Nene talking about something, and people don't know, Cynthia ain't all as good as she cracked up to be. Bitch, we gotta be dumb as fuck to think that Cynthia is a goddamn angel, okay? We ain't stupid, bitch, but you the one that put all your shit on Front Street for people to talk about. I mean, it is what it is. At least you know how to hack the shit. But listen, bitch, I'm not dumb, okay? I'm not done. I can see through a lot of shit that Cynthia does. I'm not done. So Cynthia and Eva link up so they can get ready to go to the float. And, they were just talking cash shit about the Nene situation. You talking about I'm desperate, you desperate. Look at your wig desperate. I was trying to tell you why I was friends and all that stuff. On the one hand, Cynthia, girl, it took you too long to get to this point, okay? I'm liking it that you speaking up for yourself. But, girl, it took you too long to get from this point, okay? I guess, being a professional ass kisser has, finally worn down on your ass and said, bitch, no more, okay? But see, listen, just be able to talk the shit that you talking now to Nene's face, okay? And then I will really like you. All right? They get to the float, they looking. I said, why y'all keep on asking about where Nene at? Don't worry about that shit, okay? Nene finally does get to the float, and, she was like, where they at? Oh, who is that? Let me go over there and say hi to them. I said, okay. And that's how it cut off. But girl, speaking of BravoCon, I think was this past weekend or whatever, and Andy announced that there will be a new addition to the Real Housewives franchise. It's called Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Y'all interested? I gotta see who the people is, and if it's gonna be. We need some more color. That's all I'm gonna say. Because practically Atlanta is the only one that's really holding down with the color aspect of this. Okay, we need some more diverse. Okay, but yeah, y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.